Hi, this is Steve from Grow Your Own Food. You notice that I'm in Washington, and this is very unusual for us to get snow and this cold this time of year. 21 degrees last night. It's really cold out. I still got stuff growing in my greenhouse. I never heated it last night, and I'm going to go in there in a few minutes and show you. My tomato plants didn't frost out, and it got down to 21, but tonight it's supposed to get 14, so I think I'm going to put some heat on it. Since I thought they were going to die last night and they didn't, I might try to save them, because after tomorrow it's supposed to warm up. So, but why I'm even making these videos is because we're in for some real tough times coming up, and when I see people just not growing vegetables and fruits and edible plants in their landscape, and nobody grows gardens, they need to start doing it again. I just drive by and look, and there's nobody doing it. So we need to start doing that. And there's a lot, you can start just with 100 square foot raised bed. That's all you need to do to start with. And it can be cheap. You can do it a cheap way, and you can do it a more expensive way with fertilizers. But the less expensive ways, you can do it with coffee grounds and grass clippings and leaves and some wood ashes, and you can do it that way. But you're going to need to get started. There is a superfood method I've seen on the internet, and I kind of like that, using mineral rock dust and kelp meal and alfalfa meal from the feed store, and fish fertilizer, and some other ways, and then some gypsum you put in there, and you make a superfood garden. And I'll talk more about that later. And I'm going to show you how to build a U-bar or a Bradford fork. I'm going to weld one up and make one. They make a 5-prong, and they make a 7-prong. I'm going to make a 7-prong because the little 5-pound's meant for more of a woman. It's lighter weight, you can pull on it, but it's for aerating your ground, and it's a lot easier way of doing things, because in the future we're probably going to have to use a lot of shovels and hand tools. So you should be getting supplies of hand tools and good shovels in the future, so you can do this handwork that you're going to have to do, because we're not going to have the fuels for tractors and stuff. But it's a good way of getting in shape. So this is sea buckthorn here that I got. I propagated from seed, not from seed, but from cuttings. And how I did it was with this, I built this hydroponic deal here, this airflow kind of system, with a Rubbermaid tub, and these are 4-inch holes, and these other ones, that's for letting the drain go out, and these other holes are 2 7/8. And what you do is you use these little hydroponic baskets that are 2 7/8, I guess, diameter, and you use these clay pots. You can see these clay pots right here. And what you do is you put a cutting in there, and you put some root tone or some kind of a cutting hormone, and you stick it in there, and then you have water in here, and you heat the water up with the little fish tank heater to keep it 70, or you can do it without it. I've done it without it. It just propagates faster with a little warmer temperature. And then what I do is use a little kelp meal and a little compost tea that I make. I make compost tea here, and in about 2 weeks it roots. And then you take those rootings and you put them in a little peat pot, and then you move them from the peat pot to a bigger container. And these are from starts. They lost their leaves because they go dormant. They're a real hardy plant, and they're a nitrogen fixer, which are great for hedgerows. That's what I got a hedgerow, but I had some that died, so I'm gonna have to replace some of them. But there's 3 different varieties, and you got to have males and females with these. But I'm going to try them. They're supposed to be an excellent juice. They're supposed to have the vitamin C content 7 times what orange juice, and you can't grow oranges here, so this is something we can grow here and get good orange juice, and it's a good hedgerow for birds. And I'm going to show you something here. I got some tomato plants that made so-called, it was supposed to get got 27 in here. I don't know if that's true or not because nothing's frosted at all. So I don't have any heat in here, but this is a couple of deals I made here, and I used to put some compost. I got Russian kale and onions and lettuce, and more lettuce over there, and then I got over here, I got some small broccoli that's starting to grow. This is that purple sprout, I guess. It's supposed to be made for cold climates. I really didn't get it started soon enough. When you got fall crops, you're supposed to get them in August and September, because there's just not enough sunlight. People don't realize, you know, growing fall crops is it's a lot of things you have to start in July for fall crops. And this stuff here I planted a little sooner. I just didn't have time. I was helping my friend move and work on his house, so I just haven't had time to work on things here. But that's romaine lettuce there, different varieties. And then I got some spinach over here. And these tanks here for water, I put water. I have an automatic watering system, and that automatic waters, I can vary it from 3 to 5 times a day. Excuse me. In the springtime, a lot of times I hand water or just water once, depending on what the temperature is in the summertime. This here is where I dry my seeds. I just use these window screens, and I've been putting on top of this hydroponic system here. So I don't run this hydroponic in the spring. In the winter, I could grow greens that way, but I might try doing it. But right now, I'm not. I'll wait till after about February. I'll get things going again, 1st of February, when the light conditions start getting up. This here is olive autumn. I'm growing a bunch of starts. I'm starting some here. Here's one I start from the cutting. It in a lot of areas in the country, that's a pest plant, but this is a Rona here. You can see it. And this here is that New Zealand spinach. It went to seed, and I save a lot of my own seed. I saved a lot of bean seed. I saved. I got some mole plant seeds, and I got some grew some artichokes. This is geranium there. These are apple trees right here that I got. I planted from seed. It's from apples. I just took apples, and what I'm going to do is going to probably be a standard tree, but I'm going to graft it this spring and put some different kind of grafts on it that I have out there that I like trees. There's some bamboo right there I've gotten. That's arrow bamboo, Japanese arrow bamboo. I showed you my peppers, I think, over here, didn't I? Let me look. I'll show you my peppers. This is a pepper plant here. You see that big pepper right there? See that big pepper? Look at that. Yeah. And this is kind of late in the year, but this one's got peppers on it too. I was cleaning the polycarbonate sidewalls here. This is what this is polycarbonate. It's the best stuff to make greenhouses out of. I mean, it's just great stuff. It really lets a lot of light in. You almost, if you were in a hot area, you'd have to shade it. But it's supposed to be a 25-30 year life on it. It's a lot better than fiberglass. It's just excellent. Now this cedar, this is all cedar, and I made this from windfalls from my place. My neighbor's got a sawmill, a little portable sawmill. He sawed all this lumber for me. So, you know, of course I got a concrete floor. I don't know. I like the concrete floor, but you know, I should probably went half concrete and maybe half dirt, and I could have grew things right in the ground. But that's the way I did it. So, but it's pretty nice in here. It's around 80 right now inside here, and outside it's around 30 degrees. So I will talk to you later. Bye.